What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my beautiful co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
What up?
The beauty's here. The beauty's here.
The beauty and the beast. Decide who. Just kidding. We all know Josh is the beauty. Look at those eyes up there.
I'm the beast.
But guys, also joining us
I want to be the
today-
beast.
No, I'm the
Sorry,
beast, Josh.
Look at that
be the
smile
beast.
in those eyes. You can't be the beast. You're too friendly and approachable.
Look at JL's smiling eyes.
My poop around
Seriously.
Get out of here.
Guys, also joining us today, a special guest here to play some poll perception with us. He's on Twitter at Fantasy Barbecue. He is a fantasy football contributor for Going for Two and the co-host of Fantasy Friends. Eric Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us today, my man.
Simon almost puked about when he said my name. Like I was not spoiling. I was just playing.
Listen, that's not just you, Eric. That's not just
is it
you.
everyone? Okay.
It's the
That's just
carbonated.
like, yeah.
I got to cut the carbonated beverages out right before streaming. And what,
Hey, that's all right, man. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. Round 2 of the Front Yard Fantasy Tour here. I'm excited to be playing an actual competitive game because last time my feelings were hurt because JL completely blocked the bacon from being in the S tier.
You were part of the bacon stream.
You were on Bacon Gate. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Did you see?
I haven't forgiven that yet, and I'm really upset that JL is not
I don't
playing
need your
because I wanted
forgiveness,
to.
Eric. I'm going to be honest. I don't need your forgiveness. I look for myself.
That's fine because you won't get it.
Eric, did you? On Friday, Scott Fish crashed the show. None of us knew he was joining. Someone mysterious, Jay, sent him the link, and he showed up just to eat bacon on camera. That was
Someone
his sole
mysterious.
purpose.
We don't know who he is. Jay.
Okay.
I mean, he does so much for Fantasy Cares, and then he did that too. The man is a saint. He's just really a saint.
He is. Guys, we got some people in the chat here ready to play some poll perception with us. Craig in here. We got CeeDee Lamb on the picture today. So Craig says soon we will see who is D Lion and Lamb in today's poll perception.
Oh my God.
Craig, that one was
How
rough.
long
Craig,
did it
but,
take
you
you
know.
to come up with that?
Jay Wall in
I'll take
here
the
with
lion.
Is Jay Wall allowed to be part of the 3-5 crew now that he's part of Front Yard Fantasy?
Absolutely.
I feel like is he?
Conflict of
No,
interest.
absolutely.
Seems like a
No.
conflict of interest.
As
over
long
there.
as you're in the chat during the majority of our poll perception games, you can be part of the 3-5 crew.
That's true, Maria. Is it part of 3-5?
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. And Scott said, I need to go make a sandwich. Please stall. Okay, we'll do our best, Scott. We can stall for you while you go make that sandwich. And Jay said bacon, lettuce, and tomato. It's all about that B and the BLT for Scott. I know that.
Let's add some turkey, make it a club.
Turkey and make it a club. What's up, Albert? Welcome in. Good afternoon. Glad to
What up,
have you
Albert?
here. And Eric said no to Jay. He ran through all the emergency bacon. That's true. He was on the emergency bacon on Friday. So they may be entirely out of bacon over at the Fish household.
He's stalling some out right now.
You're right. Kaysen in here says he missed mock Monday because he had to mow the grass for his grandpa. But I'm sorry, Kaysen, that you had to deal with that. You'll get it on the next mock draft Monday. And Mr. Scamper saying bacon, jalapeno, mac and cheese here. Oh my gosh, that's what I want for lunch right there.
That sounds a little too intense. First of all, Simon, you should not eat that. That is the last thing you
Simon,
should
just
eat.
stay away from
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. Like I know
We're
it sounds
looking out for
delicious.
you.
Man, I was thinking earlier today, I was in the shower and I was like, if I had 3 wishes, I think 2 of them would be related to how my body processes food. Like I think at least 2 of the 3 wishes would be to make my body.
You could be efficient here. You could just cover it all with 1 wish, probably.
That seems greedy. You know what I mean? Like that seems like a lot of work for 1 wish to be doing. So I'll split it up into 2 just to not get.
I don't think I've ever had jalapeno mac and cheese though.
Oh, you're missing out.
It's freaking delicious.
Ooh, like a white cheddar jalapeno mac and cheese. Or there's like a smoked Gouda jalapeno that they make at HEB that is so good. Oh man, just mess me up right there.
Little Texas.
Yes, sir. And Jay in here saying, Josh, you're the sexy beast. And JL, what does that make JL? Just the plain old beauty? Is there an adjective
Belle.
over there?
Plain old beast.
Belle the beauty. Mr. Scaber saying, Josh, you got to be like 6'6" like JL to be the beast. Yeah, JL is
That's
at least
true.
6'6".
I'm nowhere near JL's height of 6'6".
You're right. You're 6'11", which is much taller.
Yeah.
And what's up, Marty?
We're
Welcome
very
in.
separated.
Glad to have you here, Marty. Guys, before we get started, a couple reminders. Number one, if you are not already following our friend Eric on Twitter, go and remedy that right now. He's on Twitter at Fantasy Barbecue. It is right there below his handsome face on the screen. If it's BBQ, in case you didn't know how I was spelling barbecue right there. But Fantasy BBQ, make sure you guys go and follow him. Then after you do that, if you're watching this, that means you're already on our YouTube or Twitch channels. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button on this video and subscribe to our channel at Front Yard Fantasy. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. It is the easiest way to show your support for our show. And another easy way you can show our support, guys, yesterday we mentioned it. We've put it out on Twitter. We have a survey out there right now. We want to know what you guys think about the fantasy football game show, which games you like, which ones you don't, so we can improve, make better content, play more of what's providing value to you guys. So if you could take 5 minutes out of your day to fill that out for us, the amount of value we get from it is immense, and it'll help us keep creating content that you guys enjoy watching. So if you have 5 minutes, go ahead and take that survey. JL, do you have a link for it you can throw in the chat?
Maybe we'll give something away to people who complete it. Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, that's the first I've heard of that. JL coming up with some secret giveaways over there.
Selling his body to make sure that we have enough money to do some giveaways. So.
Yeah, I'm running out. I started with the nails. All my toenails have been sold so far. We're going to have to go to the toes themselves if it gets too much. Eric's like, I'm out of here. Yeah. Guys, today we are playing Poll Perception. Before we get started, I'm going to run through the rules of how this works, and then JL is going to be hosting the game for today. So how Poll Perception works is before the show, JL found 7 polls online, NFL or fantasy related. He's going to be asking one of the contestants about the results of one of those polls. So he may ask me, Simon, what percentage of people chose side A in this poll? I'll give him a number, say 60%. Eric and Josh, you guys will then be responsible for guessing whether the actual answer is over or under the line that I've set.
Under.
You guys will get points for correctly picking the over-under. 2 points if you get it right. I would get points based on how close I am to the actual answer. 10 points if I get it exactly right. 1 point if I'm 15 away. No points if you're more than 15 away. And it scales within the 0 to 15 range. After 6 rounds like that, we will go into our 7th and final poll, where all of the contestants will be guessing a number, basically setting the line like you were doing in the earlier rounds. Whoever is the closest in that final round will get 5 points, unless they are right on the dot, in which case they'll get 10. The contestant with the most points at the end of round 7 is our Poll Perception champion. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Eric came ready to play.
Simon, do you have your tequila?
I do not have my tequila.
No. Like playing. Actually, though,
I'm not taking any shooters.
Look, it's 3:10 on a weekday. It's a Tuesday here. I'm gonna continue with the offer, guys. If anyone at all gets a spot on, I don't like taking shots at this stuff. I do not like taking shots at Maker's
No
Mark.
one does. No one does.
Look, I got a shot glass here. Someone gets the spot on. I'll take a shot.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go.
Also, Kaysen in here on that note, saying on the survey, it said, what word comes to mind when you think of Front Yard Fantasy? And he said, fireball.
Fireball.
What's up,
Maybe
Jason?
it's not fireball, but it's
What up, Javen?
which is higher quality, but it's not something you necessarily want to take a shot of.
Nah.
Makes my cheeks water just seeing Maker's Mark. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
bad times.
Too much.
All right. So you guys ready to get into our game?
Let's do it.
I
All right.
guess
The
so.
order
Whatever.
has been determined prior to the show. Simon, you're going to go first. Eric, you were going to go second. Josh, you're going to go third. Bringing up the caboose.
I'm fine with that. That's where I belong.
All right. So Simon, are you ready for your first poll?
I was born ready.
No, you weren't.
Were you?
You're right. No, I wasn't.
All right,
But
Simon.
he's ready.
Here's your poll. Who would you rather roster in Dynasty? Deontay Johnson or a 2022 101? That's the first pick in a rookie draft in the 2022 class. Simon, what percentage of the public chose Deontay Johnson in this poll?
Man, this one's tricky because it's a weaker running back class, right? Like they're saying this isn't a huge class for running backs and quarterbacks. Like the wide receivers are the superstars. So I feel like that drives the value of the 101 down a little bit. JL, this didn't give any further context of if this was super flex or anything.
Did not.
Okay.
I saw this poll, but I have
Same.
no idea which way it went. I
You know-
swear. I can't remember.
You know who actually posted this was Jeff Lambert, the dude at the guy I write for it going for 2.
Yeah.
So I've got a little inside knowledge, perhaps.
I can't remember. I can't
Man.
remember which way it went.
But he posted 2 different polls. So it was one with Deontay and the 101, and there was like the actual full context one as well.
Man, I'm going to. This is the picks are starting to get hyped up right now. Like people always love picks. The 101 is just enticing. And I feel like Deontay Johnson still has this kind of like stigma around him that he drops the ball, that he's not one of those upper echelon dynasty receivers, even though he probably should be considered one with the amount of volume that he gets. And the question marks with the quarterback situation there. If we knew a solid quarterback situation, I think this would be closer to 50-50, but I'm going to go a little bit below, and I'm going to say 42% chose Deontay Johnson.
42% by Simon. And as a reminder, I already see some guesses in the chat. Play along with us. If you're watching, it is super fun to play along, and we will praise you if you get it right. If you are the closest, we'll make fun of you if you are very far away. But that's just the game.
It's character building.
It's character building. It's better for you. All right, Eric. Was the actual percentage over or under Simon's guess? 42%.
So Deontay he's like, it's weird because he finished as a top 10 wide receiver in half-point PPR this year. Like I literally just looked that up and I was incredibly surprised because I figured, top 15 to 20, but I'm going to go over. Like I said, I think the inside knowledge that I have is going to help me out here, but I could totally be wrong because I'm a tiny bit dyslexic. So I don't know.
All right, Eric taking the over.
Man,
Josh.
I kind of remember a somewhat of a percentage it landed on, but I don't remember which way. I think it was like 35 to 65, but I can't remember which way it went. And now that Eric's here saying that he thinks, I was thinking the other way, actually, my initial thought. It's a tough one. But I do agree with Simon. I think the perception of Deontay Johnson is going down because him without Ben Roethlisberger, it's going to hurt, even though Ben Roethlisberger has been playing so poorly lately. When it comes down to it, the 2022, even though this is a weaker draft class, the 101, if in a dynasty startup, I'm almost positive is going to end up getting drafted ahead of Deontay Johnson. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I'll take the under. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember exactly. I think the 101 won this.
So
but
you're taking the under?
Yeah.
All right. Taking the under. So Simon, you did split the room with your guess of 42% of people chose Deontay Johnson in this poll. Josh guessing the under, Eric guessing the over on that guess. And we got some guesses here in the chat. 54% from Craig. Albert was 63%. Marty was 60%. Yeah. Mr. Scampers was 22%. And Casey was 47%.
They corrected that one, though.
And Mr. Scampers changed to 68. Simon's was 42%. Yeah. And then Uneasy Allies, welcome in. Guess 57% on the Deontay Johnson side of this poll. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose Deontay Johnson in this poll as who they'd rather have in Dynasty is 28%.
Wow. All right, let's go.
Simon, you're 14 percentage points away, which gives you 1 point. Gives you 1 point. Josh, you correctly guessed the over-under, which is going to give you 2. And Eric, I'm sorry, you incorrectly guessed the over-under. So no points this round, but the next round is all yours.
Yeah, I actually just recorded a video where I was ranking my top receivers or tiering them for the next season. Johnson ended up being my 15th wide receiver. I've rated at the beginning of I have the elite tier, the borderline elite tier, the wide receiver ones, and he's right at the top of the wide receiver twos actually for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm putting guys like Jalen Waddle, CeeDee Lamb, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, AJ Brown, and Keenan Allen over him.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mr. Scampers is the closest guess here, 22%, 6 percentage away. And J-Wall, no integrity, just trying to take credit for it. You are not the closest, J-Wall. I'm sorry.
Well, Mr. Scampers changed his guess.
But the first guess was the closest.
All right.
Gotta go with your gut.
Fair enough.
All right. So are you guys ready to move on to our next poll here?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I am. But guys, real fast, are you taking Deontay Johnson over the 101? If you were offered this trade, you had Deontay Johnson, you're offered the 101 in 2022. I'm interested because I think it's a really close trade.
I think I would take the 101 as well.
I think the 101, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Just with the uncertainty, like you said, at quarterback, because I saw a report today that said Mason Rudolph is projected to be the starter.
Yeah, no,
please, no. I don't want any of that.
If they
got Jimmy Garoppolo.
So if they had like a long-term deal, if they signed like a 5-year deal with Jimmy Garoppolo, I think I would take Deontay Johnson over the 101. That would be enough certainty for me that I would take Deontay Johnson because he's got the talent. Know what I mean? Like he's an uber talented wide receiver. I think he's just as talented as those guys that we're putting in the top 10 in these dynasty leagues. But the situation is horrible.
Yeah. Scott Fish with the perfect guess.
Whoa,
well done, Scott Fish.
I'm not going to take a shot for that, but
you're a liar.
Nice try.
And again,
Mr. and Mrs. Yankel coming in here. Take 101 because the Steelers can do this without Ben. It's a good point. There's a lot of uncertainty there at the quarterback.
Ben looked freaking horrible throughout the season. He is not an NFL quarterback anymore, but he is able to throw a very, very accurate short pass. And that's where Deontay Johnson lives. He was able to get it to Deontay Johnson many times a game, double-digit targets most games. So that's where a lot of his fantasy value was coming from. Without Big Ben, I'm not so sure that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I'm with you, Josh. All right, let's get into our next poll. Eric, this one is for you. My friend. All right. If your team had to trade for one this offseason, which would you want more? Derek Carr or Kirk Cousins? What percentage of the public chose Derek Carr in this poll?
Goodness gracious. Talk about
a
battle of mediocrity. Or let's say above average. Let's say that for those two guys. Oh, man. I don't know when these questions came out, these polls came out. I'm going to say we have a little recency bias.
They're all within the last week.
Okay, cool. So let's just say that we've seen Derek Carr play within the last week. The percentage, oh gosh, let's go 58.
58%. Yes, Derek Carr. Final answer? Locking that in?
Yes, that makes me nervous because you're giving me a second chance, but
no.
That's a pretty common
nothing
question.
to do. Yeah, it is very common. Josh, is the actual percentage over or under Eric's guess of 58%?
I completely agree. This is really tough, and just because it's so tough, I'm kind of finding myself fall right at like the 50% line, more or less. I think Derek Carr is a little bit younger, unless I'm mistaken. It would only be 1 or 2 years at most, but I believe he's a little bit younger. They probably have both shown the same amount, in my opinion, when it comes down to it. I'll take the under just because I think it's probably more around 50%.
Taking the under. Simon, I think the actual percentage is over or under Eric's guess, 58%.
I think Kirk Cousins wins this poll by a little bit. I think this season we know the situations with the Raiders this year. Derek Carr had all the reasons in the world not to perform up to an elite level, and he still had a pretty good season. But Kirk Cousins, I feel like, helped fantasy managers quite a bit this year that drafted him. Like people who drafted Kirk Cousins late were fairly happy with the quarterback they had. I just think perception's a little higher for Cousins right now, so I'll take the under as well.
Simon and Josh taking the under on Eric's guess of 58%. We have some guesses here in the chat. Paige is saying Carr actually led in a lot of stats over awesome QBs, including yards. That's true.
He was the number one most yards for like 6 weeks there at the beginning of the season, actually.
Yeah, he had a real hot start to the season. J-Wall with 35%, Kasem with 52%, Craig with 40%, Marty with 27%, Albert 45%, Beiji with 67%. If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know in the chat. Mr. Scampers with 17%, Uneasy Allies with 39%, and Truly Epic. Welcome in, Truly Epic, with 43%. 43%. Bit all over the place here.
But Derek Carr throws to Hunter Renfrow, Truly Epic. You're voting against it.
That's true. That's true.
Truly Epic is our number one Hunter Renfrow fan, just so you know, Eric.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Hunter Renfrow is freaking awesome.
we got some Clemson guys here, so we're big Hunter Renfrow fans over here.
Yep. All right. The actual percentage of people who chose Derek Carr as the quarterback they had to pick one for their team over Kirk Cousins is 67%.
Wow. Way to go.
67%.
Way to go for
Are you
Eric.
lying?
Right?
You
I'm not
skunked us
lying.
out. We got no
It's-
points. You get
Yeah.
Honestly,
You were 9 percentage points away, which is going to give you 3 points there. And
the
you
public
skunked us, guys.
perception on Kirk Cousins is always terrible, no
You're
matter
right.
how good that dude is. And I think, like I said, he's above average, and he had good stats this season. But people hate Kirk Cousins. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought maybe that shifted
Josh-
this year. I thought
Josh
maybe
is so
they
sad.
Gosh, it's very salty.
All right, Fiji.
Yeah, get that Zoom.
You're all
camera on.
cool, getting it spot on, Whatever. Here's Fiji.
Go Ravens.
Go
Oh
Ravens.
boy, nice one.
The face, nice. Look at that. Josh, the tough guy, doesn't make. Oh, there we go. There's
Just
the
going to
face.
be absolutely obliterated by the end of the stream. I'm here for it.
Fiji's coming
Did I
in. He's
say I
gonna
would
get-
take a shot for every
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah,
You did.
You did say that.
I think you said
I'll
it
do
would
it.
go. I think you said it would go up by one shot every time someone got
Oh,
one right.
yeah.
So,
So if someone else gets it now, I
It's
get
two
two
shots.
shots.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I believe
Yeah.
that's what you
One
said.
day I'll do that. One day I'll do that.
Like a New
I
Year's
do
Eve.
have to drive later though.
Don't you have dinner at your mom's? You're
Yeah.
going to show
Show
up.
up, schmammer.
Sorry, I was working, Mom.
Mom's like,
Jeez,
she's like, why'd you Uber to my house?
Mom, you gotta come
I
get
might
me.
get my brother to pick me up. Actually. He's said that too.
So how are you guys feeling about? Do you guys feel like Kirk Cousins is going to be on the Vikings long term? Do you think they'll renew his contract?
Yeah, I think he's an above average NFL quarterback. And with above average NFL quarterbacks, I tend to just think teams are going to keep him. And it's so hard to get someone that's even average in the NFL if you don't have a quarterback already. So I'll take the path of least resistance. He stays with the Vikings.
Yeah,
You agree,
And,
Eric?
yeah, for those reasons. I mean, are they going to pay him $40 million a year again? I kind of doubt it. But he has rapport with Justin Jefferson, with Adam Thielen, who is the ageless wonder at this point. He's just going to be around forever. So, yeah, I think Kirk Cousins will be there long term. And he's only, 32, 33?
That's around that.
Sounds right.
32 or 33. And I think Derek Carr's 31 or 32.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
33. And his birthday's almost mine. He's a Leo like me. That's very
Wow.
important in
Beautiful.
fantasy football.
Beautiful.
Pay attention to astrology signs.
Yeah,
What's your
maybe.
birthday, Simon? August 21st or something like that?
14th.
14th.
14th. Okay, cool.
Some friend you are. I'm just kidding.
What's my birthday, Simon?
Yep.
Yep, exactly. I tend to think that Kirk Cousins is there next year. Justin Jefferson just came out and said, "Hey, I'm not getting the yardage and numbers I have been getting without Kirk Cousins there." It was kind of a way of him supporting Kirk Cousins in a way. I do agree he's an above average quarterback, but they're going to have to probably pay him a lot of money because the salary cap's going up next year.
Mm-hmm.
So some team's going to sign him. He's going to be part of some team, and he's going to get a pretty decent contract. Whether you believe he earned it or not, he's going to get it. So the Vikings have to make that decision.
Yeah, Scott Fish saying there are reports today about the Broncos being interested in trading for Cousins, which is shocking, and I'm fine with it. I would be fine with it too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I would
Keep Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson out of the AFC. I know about blah, 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 Deshaun Watson, whatever. Just send them to the NFC. I like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about losing Kirk Cousins. I don't think it's that big of a deal. What about Derek Carr? I know we just a little bit earlier in the week.
Everything I said about Kirk Cousins. Ditto.
Simon, let me ask you this: if Derek Carr was tapped on to replace Baker Mayfield for the Browns, upgrade or downgrade?
You're not happy about that as a Browns fan.
I imagine it would probably cost more. You know what I mean? They would pay like it was an upgrade, and I can't imagine that it would be worth that cost. You know what I mean? I think they're comparable quarterbacks when Baker's healthy. That's a big win. Baker's healthy. I think they're comparable, but it's not a move that I would be excited about them making because I feel like it would cost them a lot more than maybe the improvement would be.
If you're paying more than you're paying Baker Mayfield for Derek Carr, that's not the right move.
Yeah,
See,
they
that's
are
about how I
lateral.
feel about it.
Yeah, they are pretty lateral in talent. I mean, I don't think it matters who the quarterback is there in Cleveland. They're just going to run the ball freaking 35 times a game, and they'd have Jarvis Landry and who,
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
He's got some upside.
Yeah, I do like DPJ a lot, but if he's just going to run 9 routes the whole game.
Yeah. Eric, who's your team?
I don't want to say. I'm really sad about it. Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'll never get over that Sunday loss.
That is a tough loss.
I made some money off the 49ers winning.
That makes you feel better.
I don't. It doesn't make me feel better at all.
It's like I'm gonna fight you if you say that again.
Well, here's the thing: the Cowboys could have still won, and I could have still made money. So,
you know what though? Like they played like such trash, and I'm not one of these people that's ever blaming the refs for anything. They had 14 penalties, undisciplined trash. Oh, don't even get me started. I'll get
Mike McCarthy in or out. Get him out of there.
Get his ass out of there.
I thought it was a horrible signing from the get-go, to be honest with you.
I always try and give kind of a year of cushion, and then after this, I just can't, man. I just can't with him. And Dan Quinn is definitely going to be gone after the way he turned that defense around. God, who calls a quarterback draw with 14 seconds left in the game? So no timeouts. That's such a trash call. Anyways, sorry. Poll perception.
Happy times. Jordan saying it'd make more sense if you still had Odell. It's probably true. Yeah. Brady saying, "What's up, everyone? Drop a like on this video. Thank you, Brady, and welcome in. Good to see you, my friend.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers."
You know who I'd like to see Carr go to is the freaking Steelers, man. If Carr could somehow find a way to get to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the talent that he has there, oh my gosh.
It would definitely be an upgrade, but the offensive line's bad with the Steelers.
It is, yeah. But
so talent,
Ben Roethlisberger is a statue at this point. Like, Derek Carr's got he can move in the pocket a little bit.
He can move in the pocket a little bit. He's not a statue like Ben, but he's not a mobile quarterback,
it's
right?
Fair.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that as a Ravens fan.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that makes them a playoff team. Like, I think they're a top.
It's better than what they have now. It's much better than Mason Rudolph. I'm just completely nervous about the Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson.
Oh, got you.
Yep. Yeah, I would much rather Derek Carr over either of those guys on the Steelers. As a Browns
fan.
Very fair.
Yeah. Mr. Scamper's in here saying Baker fits better with his play action abilities. Very true. And Beiji saying, as a Giants fan, give me either. please.
Literally any quarterback that started this year, I'll take them over what we got.
Truly epic in classic fashion. Cowboys would have won if they had Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a wide receiver.
These scrubs like CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper.
They're terrible.
They're saying
Hunter Renfrow coaching.
yeah,
he's the wide receiver for the Cowboys now.
Paige is saying, I think Carr stays because of the chemistry with the wide receiver. It's possible. It's going to depend on the head coach they bring in. I think that'll be the biggest issue. Midnight saying, good afternoon, fellas. What up, Midnight? And Justin in here saying, hi, guys. What up, Justin? Good to see you. Justin. And Brady has a question for us saying Garoppolo or Carr before we get into our next poll perception question here.
Carr. In any context you can mention pretty much.
Easily.
Yeah. It's actually, it's Carr.
You're like,
you're trying to talk yourself into
searching for something to be,
Simon, is a Carr for you?
Yeah, it's Carr for me. Yeah, it's definitely Carr.
All right, let's get into our next poll perception question. This one is going to be for you, Josh and Eric. You got 3 points on that last one, and you skunked these guys, so they're both. Simon has 1, and Josh has 2. This is a close game. Josh, you ready for your question?
I am.
Here you go. Who would you prefer to roster in Dynasty? Chase Claypool or Rashad Bateman?
No!
What percentage of the public chose Chase Claypool in this poll?
I hate this. So if we're just going off of production so far in their career, Chase Claypool has produced a lot more. He's shown a lot more in the field, but Rashad Bateman was a first-round pick, and honestly, he looked pretty good to end the season. Not playing with Lamar Jackson. He really didn't show anything with Lamar Jackson. I think a lot of the Dynasty community is going to rank Rashad Bateman over Chase Claypool. However, I'm assuming this was a question posed on Twitter. So, what does that mean? I think Chase Claypool has more name value. I think more people are like, oh, Chase Claypool, he's pretty good. So this is a really tough one for me when it comes down to it. personally, I think Rashad Bateman wins in a lot of experts' minds, right? In a dynasty context, just because of the first round value. But for me, I think I got to lean Chase Claypool, but it's really close. It's really close for me. So I've got to go somewhere around 50%. I said Chase Claypool, somewhere around 50%. You know, I like my nines. So 54%.
54%. All right, locking that in.
Man, but I really do think that Bateman could easily win this.
Tortured.
I'll say 54%. I'll stay with it.
All right, locking in 54%. Simon, was the actual percentage over or under Josh's guess of 54%?
I'm going to take the under. I think that was a good line. I was having the same internal debate here, but I'll err on the side of closer to 50-50, maybe even Rashad Bateman edging them out. But you're right there by 50-50. I'll take the under.
All right, Simon taking the under. Eric, take the over or under 54%.
I think this is a really good line. I wonder how many people are looking at how Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews produced without Lamar Jackson, with Tyler Huntley in the starting lineup, and are kind of knocking the Baltimore receivers and tight ends because of that, at least in Dynasty. Because, I mean, Chase Claypool is so good. I think he's like one of the most pure talent-wise, one of the most talented wide receivers in the NFL.
I'm with you there, Eric.
Yeah, and typically for me, talent wins over situation in Dynasty. 54%. I'm going to go – I think Rashad Bateman eked this one out, so I'm going to go under.
Taking the under. Double under from Simon and Eric.
I feel risky about that.
Josh's guess 54%. We got some guesses here in the chat. Gordon, 35%.
3-5 in.
3-5 straight vibing. All right, Craig with 25%. Midnight with 69%. Nice. Fagey with 59%.
Nice.
Truly Epic with 63%. And Beach with Claypool 64%. Which side were we asking? Yeah, Claypool.
We're on
64%. Yeah. Jordan saying Josh will say 45%.
I thought about it.
The nines. J-Wall with 56%. Uneasy Allies with 27%. And they said, or 36%.
He knows you, Josh. He knows your favorite.
He knows you're not.
But also, he was, I'm a Ravens fan. It's Rashad Bateman, right?
Yeah. Albert, 54%, right there with you.
Let's go,
Josh.
Albert. Let's go, Albert.
Mr. Scampers with 33%. I like it.
It looks like most of them are leaning towards the under. Yeah. Leaning towards it. Not
good
everyone.
Mix, good mix in there, though.
Good mix.
Good mix, yeah. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose Chase Claypool as the player they preferred to roster in Dynasty in this poll is 37%.
Oh, no.
37%. Josh, you were 17%.
Would have been great.
35 would have been great, or 36 with your nines.
Well, I said 45, but it would have been
45
good.
Also
45 would have been good.
Yes.
Let me refactor.
Unfortunately, Josh, you're 17 percentage points away, which gives you a big fat zero. Eric and Simon, man, names. Eric and Simon, you both correctly guessed the under, which can give you 2 points each.
A little off there, Scott.
Whoa. Man, he's like 99 for 100 on the last polls.
Yeah.
But this is a new strategy. It looks like he's going to get 24% on every question on every show until it's right.
Until it's right.
Well,
what was it? 34?
It was 36%.
37. 37? Okay.
37%. Yeah. So who would you guys take? Who are you guys taking first in this in a dynasty format? Chase Claypool or Rashad Bateman?
Bateman.
I'm probably still leaning Chase Claypool. I love the talent so much.
Yeah.
And you can't teach, 6'5", 240 pounds. Like the dude wasn't he a tight end in college at Notre Dame? So, they wanted him. I think they wanted him to switch to tight end potentially. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
it's really close for me. They'd be in the same tier for a dynasty context for me.
I was checking my rankings just to be sure. My dynasty rankings, I've got Rashad Bateman at dynasty wide receiver 25 and Chase Claypool at 27. Like they're 2 spots away. They're almost identically valued, but I would lean Bateman ever so slightly.
Paige asking Bateman or Kadarius Toney? Giants rookie wide receiver.
It's a legit question.
That's a
like,
very legit question.
Don't let anyone tell you that is not a legit question. I'm going to go with Bateman.
Same.
But Tony proved a lot this year.
Yeah,
He did.
we had another one in here though. Claypool or Jerry Judy? Is anyone taking Claypool? It's Judy for me by a lot.
Yeah, Judy
I would take Claypool.
You would take Claypool.
Judy's getting lower and lower in my dynasty rankings.
I've got Judy.
They would again. Judy, Claypool, and Bateman would all be in the same tier for me. At this
Gotcha.
point.
I think I have Judy a tier above. He's wide receiver 16 for me in Dynasty. I know I'm a little bit higher on Judy. I just love the player. I absolutely love the player.
He deserves it. He's uber talented.
Great route runner.
I wish I saw a little bit more production wise.
That's fair.
His quarterback situation has been. I don't know if you can name
Teddy
another
Bridgewater
player.
supported 3 1,000 wide receivers with the Panthers.
1,000.
That's all I gotta say. 1,000-yard wide receivers.
That's fair, but
The reason
maybe it's that air up there in Denver. Just messed him up.
Or lack thereof.
But it's like not just Judy. Like Teddy Bridgewater didn't play well this year. He didn't really play that well with the Panthers the previous year. But man, I would have liked to see a little bit more from anyone, honestly, in that Panthers offense.
Cortland Sutton was terrible too.
Exactly.
That's the thing that is like a distinguished reason. Jerry Judy did have some games. He had some games where he was able to turn it on. He did this season, yeah, for sure. Let me pull up the numbers. I don't know them off the top of my head. Compared to Cortland
I would
Sutton,
like to know his best game was because I doubt it was. It definitely wasn't above 20 points, right?
No, I don't think it was above 20. But Cortland Sutton, on the other hand,
a couple games double digits, maybe. I don't know. PPR, maybe more. I'm just trying to remember myself.
You're right. He didn't have he had a few games where it's like the 15 range or 13 to 15, which is not
God, his highest finish.
I swear I just looked at these numbers, they were higher.
His highest finish was wide receiver 21. Jerry Judy, that is. That's
not good.
That's pretty doo-doo. Like that is not good.
Yeah.
Josh, and remind me. I was going to say, remind me when Teddy Bridgewater was with the Panthers. Was that pre-Christian McCaffrey?
He started the whole year with the Panthers.
Yeah.
So Christian McCaffrey.
It wasn't.
So that was last year.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
He started the whole year. Christian McCaffrey missed the majority of the year.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm wondering. Like he's in a run-first offense now with Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams, where they don't have to air the ball out. That probably plays into the 3,000-yard wide receivers.
Like to be a run-first offense.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm curious how much yak. I'm curious how much yak those receivers had for Teddy Bridgewater because
3 of them though.
No, I know. I understand that, but man,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like the Broncos aren't a run-first offense by choice. It's just that they can't throw, and so they just run.
I think what they do with Melvin Gordon will tell a lot about whether they want to be a run-first offense by choice. If they re-sign him and they've got Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, that's their offense signaling that this is our plan offensively. I
think it also matters what the quarterback situation looks like. If they can get an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, maybe, who knows? That's going to change things. They're probably not signing Melvin Gordon then.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Josh.
Sean in here saying, "What's up, FYF family? FYF for life." What up, Sean?
What's up, Sean?
Oh,
good to see you, my friend. Paige saying, "I think with a more experienced QB, Judy is the perfect guy, QB friendly." Yeah, I think that there's talent, but yeah, I'm reaching that point with both Sutton and Judy.
There's definitely talent with both those guys, but
yeah. It's like eventually something's gotta give.
It's reminding me of like Amari Cooper's first couple of years where you saw flashes, but he just wasn't quite in the right situation. You know what I mean? He couldn't get it going with the Raiders.
Have we seen flashes from Jerry Judy? I don't even know if we have. That's
his rookie season. He had a couple pretty good games.
That's what I was.
It was even worse quarterback play his rookie season. So I guess I'll give him. I'm willing to hold out for another season, but he's got to show some life.
You're right.
Next year.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Scott Fish saying they'll have a completely new coaching staff. Yeah, hopefully that changes something. I think for me, I want to see a competent quarterback there.
I'm pretty certain Melvin Gordon's out of there myself, but I could see it going either way.
All right.
I could see him re-signing.
I tend to be on the I see him re-signing.
I know. We're definitely on different sides.
We are. We've had this conversation before. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just where I know. That's how
if they can't get another quarterback in there, you might as well. Hey.
All right, let's get into our next question. We're back around.
Whoa.
Simon, to you, your second question. Are you ready?
I'm still not ready, but go ahead and ask.
All right, but still a close game. Leads by 2 here. All right, Simon, here's your poll. Dynasty, 14-team, SuperFlex PPR tight end premium league. Which side of this trade would you prefer? Side A, Trey Lance plus Mike Evans, or side B, Aaron Jones plus CeeDee Lamb? What percentage of the public chose side A of this poll? Trey Lance and Mike Evans.
Man, the CeeDee Lamb on the other side is kind of what threw me for a loop on this. I thought it was pretty easy, but he's like, by most accounts, I have him as a top 3 Dynasty wide receiver. I think most people have him at least top 5, top 7 Dynasty wide receiver. So that's a valuable asset. But then Mike Evans is a great wide receiver. It's not like in the immediate, I don't even know if it's a downgrade for next season to have Mike Evans on your team instead of CeeDee Lamb, especially with Chris Godwin possibly not returning to the Bucs. The value of a quarterback in a SuperFlex league, and not only a SuperFlex league, but a 14-team SuperFlex league really pushes that quarterback up. I think it's going to be pretty heavy on the young first-round quarterback side here. Oof. I'll go 67% on the Trey Lance, Mike Evans side. I know that's kind of high, but I just think that quarterback's going to draw people over there. 67%.
Locking it in?
Yeah, lock it in.
All right, 67%. Eric, do you think the actual percentage is over or under Simon's guess of 67%?
Man, Simon, you made I think all those were all good points. I worry about the public perception.
I think it was a fantastic
CeeDee Lamb.
line too.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. CeeDee Lamb is gone down. He honestly really disappointed. I think he finished as a wide receiver 22 this season. He was being drafted as a top. I think at the end of
top 10. I would probably say.
At the beginning of September, I think he was a top 10, top 12ish wide receiver.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is 27 years old as a quarterback. I really don't like that at all. 67 and Trey Lance, man, being so young. Jimmy G is gone. After this season, Mike Evans is in the prime of his career. I guess his life too.
Probably.
Well, I don't know. You know,
like
how you
he's
think
been
about
a top 12 receiver for like 7 years.
Yeah,
so
dude,
like,
he's like super disrespected. 67%. You know what? I'm going to live dangerously here. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over.
Taking the over.
I think it's something more like 75, 76.
All right, Eric taking the over. Josh, over under.
Josh,
60.
No, I think it's a great line, man. Like I'm having troubles with this one. Like Trey Lance, I'm taking Trey Lance over Aaron Jones in a SuperFlex league, especially a Dynasty 14-team SuperFlex league. There's no doubt about it. But then there's really no doubt about it. I'm taking CeeDee Lamb over Mike Evans in a Dynasty league. Now, I actually think Mike Evans. Going into next season, if Chris Godwin isn't there with the Bucs and Tom Brady's still there, Mike Evans is still there, I'm gonna draft Mike Evans over CeeDee Lamb going into next season. So, you know,
and a Dynasty
values there on the Trey Lance. No, in a Dynasty, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb over Mike Evans, but in redraft, I'll take Mike Evans over CeeDee Lamb. Probably at this point, probably.
I mean, really, the biggest difference is what's the gap between Trey Lance and CeeDee Lamb? That's what you kind of have to parse out with this, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think you're going to see them in Dynasty startups go close to each other. Probably CeeDee Lamb slightly high. I'm going to take the under here. But I think you said a really good line, Simon.
All right, you split the room, Simon. Josh taking the under, Eric taking the over on your guess of 67%. We got some guesses here in the chat. Jay Wall with 77%, AG with 30%, Craig with 64%, Easy with 66%, Epic with 35%, Mr. Scampers at 61%, Albert with 60%, and JR, what up, John, with 54%.
All right.
John's about to make you take another shot, maybe, Josh.
Wait.
Now that he's playing.
Oh,
so
no.
I didn't guess anything.
I don't like that you said that.
All right. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose the Trey Lance, Mike Evans side of this poll is 71%.
Oh,
Simon,
I'll take
4 percentage.
Everyone's happy except for Josh.
Everybody but Josh is happy. Eric, you correctly guessed the over. It's going to give you 2 points. Josh, you are unhappy. You are sad. Which side would you guys take if this was your team?
Trey Lance and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, Mike Evans.
It's the 14 team with that young quarterback. Yeah. That's really what pushes it over the edge for me.
Yep, I'm with you. That's
and then he's going to be, he's going to be prolific. He's going to be a prolific rusher. It's going to happen. And he's got all those guys. He's got all those guys for all those yak opportunities. Like you throw Debo the ball 2 yards down the field, he runs it for 75 yards and a touchdown.
Same with George Kittle.
Same with George Kittle. Same with Brandon Ayuk.
He's good.
I still really love
the
talent of Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Ayuk was making Trayvon Diggs look like a fool out there on Sunday.
Yeah.
He was burning him all over the place.
Yeah.
Makes me sick.
Simon, you were closer than anyone in the chat.
Woohoo! Yeah, no one even went as high as me, right?
No, J-Wall went 77%.
Yeah, there we go.
You were closer. You were 4%.
Suck it, J-Wall.
Percentage points away. Ooh. And Kyle in here saying fantasy barbecue, heating things up for us in the winter.
Heck
yeah. Go. Trying.
Fagey asking, is Aaron Jones being a Packer or A.J. Dillon is good enough for them? What do you guys think?
I think both are true. Yeah. We have the same answer.
Yeah.
Yes and yes. A.J. Dillon could be the starter there, no problem. But Aaron Jones is going to stay there until his contract's up at least.
And that's what, three years or so? Yeah. They're not going to get enough.
They just gave him a 4-year contract, I believe, last year.
They extended him.
They gave him a lot of money. It's going to be hard to get out of.
Yeah. You could see him playing more of like a Austin Eckler type role when Melvin Gordon was there in the Chargers as he gets a little older. But
let's just compare it to Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams this season. Maybe he's the Melvin Gordon and A.J. Dillon's the Javonte Williams.
Yeah. Yeah. Those guys are both power runners, kind of. Javonte Williams, A.J. Dillon.
Yeah. And John saying Simon is Aaron Jones, J-Wall is A.J. Dillon. That's very kind of J-Wall.
That is kind of J-Wall.
Aaron Jones been around longer, a little bit more, power, like just, got a little bit more speed. But A.J. Dillon, bigger, more powerful, younger, coming to take Aaron Jones' job. Yep,
quads.
J-Wall.
Who was it in here? Truly Epic said, I want to see Aaron Jones start more for Green Bay. It's creepy how the announcers talk about A.J. Dillon's thighs.
They're so sexy.
Don't like it.
Truly Epic.
I mean, have you seen them? How could you not talk about it?
And Mr. Scammer said, percentage of people who have sprinted more than 8,000 yards in their life.
Total?
I think I'm probably
combined or at once?
I have to be there.
No.
8,000
just combined.
I mean, you think about
sprinting 8,000 yards, that's a lot.
But you play sports, you're probably getting there.
Yeah.
You're not sprinting all the time in sports.
I know, but you're sprinting a lot of
Sprinting
the
is
time.
subjective, though, right? Are we saying it's 100% full
You're
power?
running. You're running as fast as you can.
I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
As fast as you can? Then maybe you haven't sprinted for 8,000 yards.
I think just in punishment sprints from high school wrestling, I sprinted 8,000 yards.
You didn't sprint in punishment sprints. Stop lying.
No, because they would time us. And if we didn't reach a certain time, we started over. And it was a time where you had a full hour.
Yeah, I sprinted.
Josh, I don't know what kind of lazy school you went to or lazy team you played.
They were timing us. I'll tell you that much. They'll be like, run some sprints, run some laps. But they weren't being like,
my high school wrestling coach would stand there timing, and then if we didn't get it,
we got rugby. You got guys that weigh 300 pounds, and you guys weigh 150. It's a pretty spread out, pack.
We did two groups: the big boys and the little boys. If you were 145 weight class or lower, you had a better time you had to meet than if you were 152 or
all
above.
right.
How demeaning is that? Come on, little boys, come over here and sprint.
Yeah, this is a big boy group.
Sorry,
well, it depends on how they phrase
it.
Is it little boys or skinny boys?
Skinny, fat boys, skinny boys.
They call them light boys.
All right, let's move on. We're running low on time here, so I want to make sure we get through these polls. Eric, we're coming back to you for your next poll. Here it is. Dynasty SuperFlex. Who do you prefer to roster? Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott? What percentage of the public chose Kyler Murray in this poll?
Kyler's had stretches where he's been the dominant quarterback one of ones, early this season, last season before he got injured. Dak has completely pretty much stopped running at this point, except for quarterback draws on 14 seconds left with no timeouts. But I would say percentage of folks, I'm going to say 62.
62%. Final answer.
Final answer.
All right, Josh, it's the actual percentage over or under Eric's guess of 62%.
So Kyler Murray just had one of the most pathetic playoff games we've ever seen in like NFL history.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Having said that, this is a Dynasty SuperFlex league. Kyler Murray runs a lot more than Dak Prescott. He's a lot younger. I think the offenses are comparable. I think Kyler Murray runs away with this. Still, I'll take over. It was 62 was the line.
62%. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take over. Really, but if you make me guess on this, I'm probably saying 63%. So yeah, probably. I say runs away with it, but I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over.
9. Simon, actual percentage over or under Eric's guess 62%.
I'll take the over as well. And I think the tie break for me is in this conversation of who's the Dynasty quarterback 1 overall. I've seen people make arguments for Kyler Murray. I haven't seen anyone this season make arguments for Dak Prescott as the top overall quarterback in Dynasty. Like, I think there's people that still believe Kyler Murray can be that top overall guy. I don't think people view the ceiling as high for Dak, so I'll go over as well.
All right, double over on Eric's guess 62%. We got truly epic in here with 15% after last night. J-Wall with 50%. John with 67%, and they're wrong.
Hoo-hoo.
Uneasy Alex with 63%. Albert with 55%. Mr. Scampers with 88%. I like it. And then Pang's in here saying, Pang's picks in here saying probably like a 70-30 split.
On Dak's side.
He said on the Dak side, yeah.
Dak has the edge. Okay. So 30% for Kyler Murray. All right. And Joey in here saying, hi, FYF fam.
What's up, Joey? Welcome in.
Welcome in. All right. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose Kyler Murray as the quarterback that they would prefer to roster in this poll is 67%. Pretty close.
Ooh.
You're 5 percentage points away, Eric. She's going to give you 5 points.
Not good for me.
Both Josh and Simon correctly guessed the over-under, which is going to give them 2 points each.
Hey, Josh, you need a good round here. You need a good round right here.
I need a great round.
You need a super great round.
Talk about running away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Simon's right there with you, man. You better watch out.
For you.
I'm trying to speak it into existence.
Watch out.
The power of
Positivity or something.
There you go. That works. The visualization. My mom always talks about
the
visualize
secret,
it.
It's
Visualize
a
it. It'll happen.
What was the actual percent?
John got it exactly right.
67. Oh, the maker's mark time.
I told you he was going to make you do it.
It's funny because you said now that John's here, maybe Josh is going to have to take another shot.
John's been watching us for a good amount of time now. He's been in here a lot. He's gotten very good.
I'm not doing – this is not going to be as big as last one, all right? Like, I'm making it a little bit smaller. Listen, going into this was not my intention. I was intending on doing one shot, all right? But good job there, whatever.
Whatever. It says.
Hey,
oh my God. And Mr. Scamber says, say hi to your mother for me.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Hey, where's that from? Say hi to your mother for me.
It's from the fantasy footballers. I think they did.
No, it's from a TV show or something.
Mark Wahlberg, right?
Wahlberg.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
It's just like a video, I think. It's like
it's SNL.
Making fun of Mark Wahlberg, right?
I think it's Mark Wahlberg on SNL saying,
making fun of him. Say hi to your mother for me. And he keeps saying that, right?
Yeah.
I got to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm not taking another shot, guys.
That's it. All right, Josh, moving on to your poll. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Hopefully the shot helps. All right, here's your poll, Josh. Will Aaron Rodgers retire after the playoffs? No or yes? What percentage of the public chose no? He will not retire after the playoffs.
I absolutely think there's no way he retires after the playoffs. How high do I want to go on side A here? Mark Wahlberg's hit.
And then
pretty freaking high.
Mark Wahlberg.
Really freaking high, to be honest. Like, I'm between 90 and 81% at the moment. And I'm gonna go with 90%. Say no.
You're going with 90%.
I really pigeonholed you guys.
Locking it in, Josh.
That's rough.
Let's go.
All right, 90%.
You got to go under now, guys.
Simon, was the actual percentage over or under Josh's guess of 90%?
I'm tempted to queen bee him right here because I think that's a really good guess and just call it and say he was exactly on it. But I don't have the cojones to make that kind of call. So I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say that it's under. I think maybe there's enough people that are like pissed off enough and like he pissed off some people this year, and maybe they're just voting yes out of spite, hoping that he's done with the league after this. He's gonna go to Jeopardy or something. But Josh, you're right. This is gonna be mostly no in this poll. Under.
All right, you're going under. Eric, are you taking the over or under on Josh's guess of 90%?
He's trying to. He did a number on us here.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go over. I think that barely anyone is gonna vote. I mean, 1,000 people. I don't think 100 people said that yes, or 101 people said that yes, he is actually going to retire. So I'll go over. I'm gonna say it's actually like 94%.
Okay.
All right.
Oh man, now I'm nervous.
Epic in here saying 85%. We have Feiji in here 87%. JR with 90%, right there with you. Josh Scott with 24%. J Wall with 15%. Uneasy Allies with 71%. Albert with 81%. And Mr. Scamper's 95% higher. All right. Well, the actual percentage, people who chose no in this poll, they don't think Aaron Rodgers will retire after the playoffs, is 90%.
What?
90%. 90%. Josh, you nailed it. That's going to give you 10 points, and you edged out both these guys, so they're going to get nothing, and it's going to put you in the lead by 2 points. You taking another shot? Yes.
Let's go, boys! I'm back in
What
the
a
game.
comeback!
Let's go!
Oh my god! I even
really
said out loud. I almost queen beat it. I almost called it. I felt good about it.
No more shots for me, guys. No more.
That's
shots.
it. You're gonna be real warm when you go outside.
Oh, Mr. Scaver says Simon. And Tim said that's what you get, Simon.
Oh my god, that was incredible. Well done,
Wow,
Josh.
That was awesome.
that was awesome. And now it comes down to this last round. Whoever's closest wins. Like we're all within 5 points. Whoever's closest on this last question wins. Eric, do you happen to have pen and paper handy? If not, you can use a phone.
No. If I could get up for 2 seconds, I'll grab some.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's perfect.
I don't want to be unprofessional here.
No, you're good.
I'm supposed to record a video with Jay later, and this is the second time he's mentioned this. He mentioned it after my first shot and said, "Calm down, Josh. You know we have to record a video later." And now
it's going to be even better, Jay.
Just have to check and make sure I didn't
such a good
have
video.
pants on. You know.
Yeah, I know that one. That's a struggle, right? I've made the mistake of jumping up in celebration.
I took another shot. I took another shot because not only did I get it spot on, JR also matched me
right.
getting his spot on.
Can we get his guess first?
Back to back.
Didn't JR got 2?
Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know that we've had that. Ever.
He's in here saying no love this time. You get all the love. That is the first time anyone's ever gotten back-to-back polls exactly right, JR. Nice job.
Well done. Well done.
I mean,
all right,
shouldn't Josh have to take 2 shots because he got it right and JR got it right? So
you shut your mouth, Eric.
Logic.
Shut your mouth.
We want Josh to make it to his mother's in one piece. Yeah.
He's got to say hi to his mother for us. He won't be able to say hi to her.
Yeah,
I didn't know that for me.
All right. Well, a reminder, this round is a little bit different than the previous rounds. Each of the contestants is going to give a percentage guess on this poll. They're going to write it down, and then when I ask them, they're going to reveal it to us. The closest will get 5 points. If they get any of them get it exactly right, they'll get 10 points. If they have the same guess, both contestants will get those points. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, here is your poll. If you are making one bet to win the AFC right now, who would it be? The Titans at plus 320, the Bills at plus 230, the Chiefs at plus 165, or the Bengals at plus 550. What percentage of the public chose the Titans at plus 320?
This is such a good poll. This is such a good poll, JL.
Thank you. Made it myself.
The number 1 seed is so disrespected here. Dang, man.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I'll get my answer down.
All right, so write down your answers, contestants.
So we're voting on side A. How many people chose the Titans here?
How many people chose the Titans?
How many, like the percentage of folks?
Percentage.
No, you need actual amount. Not knowing how many people voted. That's why I want to see him write down
Listen,
like 900.
I'm like 1 million. I don't know.
1,869 votes on this.
Okay, I have my answer.
All right, I've got mine.
Josh, you got yours?
Oh shit, JR put his. I want to change it now. I'm just kidding.
What was JR's?
Did you put the same as JR without even seeing his? It's okay. I believe you.
Okay.
That's fine.
Is that not? Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, everybody got theirs?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start with Simon. Simon, actually, I don't have mine. Here, I'll just do it. If I can get to it.
He went with 11%.
Yeah, it's 11% is my answer.
Great nails, by the way.
Simon with 11%.
The chip.
Eric, you are next. 18%.
Oh my god.
And
Josh,
Josh,
you have 18 as well?
Well, if we're both
shoot.
right,
Hey, JR.
Eric, I'll end up winning. So
because of that,
that's kind of rough for
I
you.
mean,
I'm sorry, Eric.
that's all right. No worries.
yes, so Scott with 24%, J-Wall with 35%, Truly Epic with 41%, Paige with 24%, Mr. Scampers 13%, Albert with 18%, John with 18%. 18% is a very popular number.
I like my variables a 9, and I think it's going to be slightly less than. I think the Titans are not going to be the team voted on the most here. To be honest,
I don't think they're going to be the team voted on the second most either.
So yeah,
That's where I
agree.
here.
I kind of agree. I actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm like leaning
I'm
towards Simon.
Because
Eric, I'm with you. I think they're going to be fourth. I think.
the odds on the Bengals are really good.
It's the betting odds.
Plus
I
550.
prefer the
Let's go.
Titans. But and then the Chiefs and the Bills are so hyped up right now that I kind of feel like Simon's going to win this. Now that I'm breaking it down.
Tim thinks it's 0, 69%, 16%, and then 15%.
Does
Okay.
that math add up?
That's possible, maybe. Yeah. So and then where did I end? I said, Paige said 17% going to switch because of the fish. Scott Fish guessed 24%, and then Uneasy with 23%. And I think that is all of the guesses here, apart from Tim's. The actual percentage of people who chose the Titans as the team that they would take a bet on, win the AFC right now at plus 320 odds, is 23%.
Oh!
23%. Uneasy Allies with the head on nail here.
No!
Shot
I'll do a little one.
Josh is a man of the people.
Let's go.
And he
I'm already
wins.
drunk.
Both Eric and Josh.
Jordan, you're picking up your brother tonight.
Jordan,
Yeah.
please.
I can't drive.
And that puts me in last place.
And
I come in
Dang
last place. But
Come from behind victory there.
I know.
Josh,
He did
well
exactly what he
Spot
needed to
on.
there.
Hey, nailed it, dude.
It was like 4 to 10 to 12. And then Josh pulls out a victory in the last 2 pulls.
Absolutely insane.
Not the only thing he's pulling out tonight.
Yeah, I hope I'm full. Never mind.
Josh, Josh, nice win. And Eric, thank you so much for coming on with us today. Guys, if you are not already following our guest, Eric, go and follow him on Twitter at Fantasy Barbecue. That is Fantasy BBQ. You will not regret it. He and the whole team over there going for 2 are putting out awesome stuff. So make sure you guys are following him over there. Eric, thank you for taking the time to come on and play this game with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all having me. It's absolute blast. Josh, you freaking – oh, God.
Oh, Jay.
That's it. I'm out. No, I'm just playing. Damn you, Jay. Damn
It was a lot of fun, Eric.
Yeah, man. It was awesome.
You played real well. This was one of our closer games ever. So thank you, Eric.
Hey,
for
man.
making me
AG, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That means a ton to us.
world. Yeah. And John was asking what the 4 results were. Good question. So the
Yeah, great
Titans,
question.
So
I bet the
Chiefs
Bengals
got 23. The Chiefs got 23%. The Bills got 43%.
Oh,
The Titans got 23%, and the Bengals got 11%.
Okay, less.
Huh.
Okay, I just love those betting odds for the Bengals. Honestly,
That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
550.
really a lot.
I would go
Yeah.
Bengals, Bills, Chiefs, Titans based on the odds that were given right there. Not of who I think is going to win, but
I think
my
the Chiefs
favorite
are going to
bet there.
win. Then the then the Bills, but then I'm actually putting the Bengals, then the Titans. So with those betting odds, I thought the Bengals would get more votes.
Jay said he'll talk to you tomorrow, Josh.
See you, Jay. I'll probably be fine tonight.
I'm in truly epic with an idea.
I apologize if I'm not, but
should all take 5. Oh God, like each of us takes 5.
Well, I'll have to do it from the bathroom, truly epic, because I will be vomiting if I try to take 5 shots within a 1 hour period. It's not going to work.
Just pour all 5 shots into a glass and sip it throughout, you know?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, then it's just 1 shot.
Yeah.
That's fine too. Put it in a beer bong. It just, you know.
Oh God, that sounds absolutely awful. But maybe we will have to do it whenever that 1,000 subscriber mark comes. Guys, that is going to be it for us this afternoon. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time with some more fantasy football game shows. So make sure you tune in then. And another reminder, I just want to throw it out there again. Make sure you're following our guest Eric at Fantasy Barbecue. Awesome competitor. We'll have to have you back to come get some redemption on Josh. He stole that win at the last second.
Going down next time too, Eric. I'll drink too. I don't care. Obviously, it's my lucky charm.
That's going to be it for us today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios, everyone.
Bye.
Peace out.